It's a great way to reach out to community.
Last Christmas, Santa showed up in a blue suit and a black and white sleigh for the first annual Shop with the Cop. Tag along with the Moore Police Department as we showcase their latest form of community outreach. But first,
2012 is going to be a great year for us.
A new year is underway, and that means New Year's resolutions. We'll show you the top resolutions being made by the city of Moore and what they will mean for our citizens. Stay tuned, it's right after this. "2012 is an election year, including at the local level here in Moore. Seats in all 3 city council wards are contested this year. The mayor is also up for re-election. The primary election will be held on Tuesday, March 6th, and if needed, a general election will be held on Tuesday, April 3rd. The newly elected mayor and city council members will be sworn in at the regular city council meeting on April 16th. Make sure to exercise your constitutional rights and go vote.
"2012 is going to be a great year for us. There's a number of exciting things that are going to be happening that I'll talk a little bit about, but I really do anticipate 2012 being a good year.
In fact, officials at the city of Moore have ambitious plans for 2012 that involve new buildings coming out of the ground, extended economic development, and infrastructure improvements from roads to completion of the new wastewater treatment plant. We'll walk you through the top New Year's resolutions Moore intends to keep in 2012. The number 1 item on the city's New Year's resolution list is completion of a new $50 million wastewater treatment plant.
A huge project, huge undertaking for us, but the great thing about it in the end is that we're going to be able to address the odor problems that have been around forever at our old plant. So we're very excited about that, know that that's going to make a lot of folks happy that live in the southern part of the community, particularly that situation is going to be taken care of.
As you can see here, construction is in high gear at the new plant. Upon completion, it will not only accommodate the city's current growth, but also position us for the future.
The current plant can take care of 4.5 MGD or million gallons a day of sewage, and this one will take care of 9. And we're running about 6 or 7 right now. And then we have the capability at some point in the future, if we ever need to go to 12 MGD with that plant and with the location down there.
The second resolution on the city's list is construction of a new public safety facility to include a new police station, emergency operations center, and municipal courts. The old police station was recently demolished and the site at Main and Broadway cleared in preparation for construction.
So it should be coming out of the ground in early spring. And we're building, the first phase of the construction is the municipal court, the EOC, and the police station. That's where we'll be concentrating to begin with. And we'll get that part of it completed. And then, if the funds allow, we will build a metal building on the back of the site to house our EOC equipment and our SWAT equipment.
We're out for bids right now, early January as we speak, and we'll start construction of that in 2012. So that's, again, a very big undertaking for us, about a 55,000 square foot facility. It's going to really make an impact on our Old Town area, I believe a positive impact on Old Town.
2012 will see the completion of several GEO-bond road construction projects originally approved by voters in 2008.
There was 5 of those projects. We've completed 2 of the projects. Now we're on number 3, which is Northwest 5th Street between I-35 and Markwell.
This project will include signalization on Northwest 5th at the east and west service roads and a rebuild of 5th from the highway all the way to Markwell. Beginning this spring, the city will start construction on GO Bond Project 4, a rebuild of Northwest 12th Street from I-35 to Janeway, to include a widening of the road to 5 lanes and streetscaping. This will be followed by the final GO Bond project, Broadway from Northeast 5th to Northeast 18th, to begin construction near the end of the year. This will all be in conjunction with an ongoing effort to renew the city's residential roadways.
Hopefully the citizens have noticed we have already been in all 3 wards and making our second round through the city. And those funds will continually be working on residential streets. It'll probably take another 4 or 5 years before we complete that project.
The city is putting the final touches on a new master parks plan, taking into account a great deal of community feedback on the future direction of our city parks.
What that's going to do is put a new focus on our parks, our existing parks, a new focus on development of new parks, kind of reorient, I think, the way we look at parks and make our park system more important in our community. I absolutely believe that a great park system is an asset and very much a quality of life issue for many people that move here or that move to a community. They want to see great parks.
In 2012, expect to see some refurbishment of existing parks and serious planning for new parks to be built in the future.
The Parks Master Plan has some grand plans in it, some really great exciting things that'll happen over a number of years. There's got to be a funding source for that we've got to work out quite yet. So over the next year, the council will begin to look at how to begin to implement that and where the funding is going to come from.
Despite the high rate of economic growth in Moore over the past 5 years, city officials anticipate even more in 2012.
Economic development is going to continue to be important for us, retail development specifically. Quite a number of additional new retail businesses, new restaurants. Early this year, probably the biggest opening that we'll have this year in 2012 is the IMAX Theater. That's going to open in March. Going to be very exciting opening. It's going to bring a lot of new people to town. It's going to really complement what Warren is already doing over there.
Clearly, there's a lot in store for 2012. Stay tuned to Inside Moore for the latest on each of these resolutions as they occur through the course of the year. The Moore Animal Shelter will be holding a vaccination day on February 25th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Moore Tractor Supply, located at 2030 South Telephone Road. Vaccinations will include rabies shots for $10, dog and cat core shots for $15, and Bordetella, better known as kennel cough, for $15. Microchips with a lifetime registry will also be offered for $30. All vaccinations will be administered by licensed veterinarians, and all proceeds will benefit the animals of the Moore Animal Shelter. For more information, contact the Moore Animal Shelter at 793-5190. For 20 more kids last Christmas, Santa Claus didn't wear a red suit with flying reindeer. He wore blue and drove a police car. And he traded the North Pole for Moore's Target store. It was all part of a new program in Moore called Shop with a Cop.
Well, Shop with a Cop is a program where the police within a community get together with a helping agency and maybe identify children that need a little help during the holidays, make a better holiday for them.
Through the help of a local social services agency, 20 kids were selected to go on a pre-Christmas shopping spree at Target. paired with a police officer.
It's a great way to reach out to community, show some kids that police officers are more than just the guy who pull over your parents and write them tickets. So it's just a way to reach out and bond with these kids and then give them a Christmas that they may not have.
Let's see which one you get. Which one is that? 278. Right there, buddy. There's your officer.
The event started bright and early at Moore's Chick-fil-A, where each kid was paired with Moore police officer and then treated to a free breakfast by Chick-fil-A.
We're more than willing to do it because we love doing charity work and different types of free stuff that we can do just to get ourselves involved in the community.
From there it was off to the police cars, where each kid got to ride with their officer from Chick-fil-A to Target, complete with flashing lights.
They got to turn on the lights and the sirens, do all that kind of thing. And they just, their smiles just, they lit up. The officers were smiling, the kids were smiling. And, they continued, we caravanned over, or a little convoy, if you would. Drove over to Target through the parking lots there, and everybody had their lights on, occasionally hit a siren. And, the kids were just having a good time.
In fact, some of the kids, like this little guy, were almost as excited about riding with a police officer as they were about going shopping.
They were excited after I got to tell them they were going with a cop, policeman, especially the little boy. He likes cops, got a cop car, wants a cop shirt. Let's be a cop.
The good time continued when they arrived at Target, where they were each met with a shopping cart bearing their name and about $150 in spending money, largely provided through a grant from Target.
Target, since 1946, has given 5% of all of its income back to communities around the country, actually. And Shop with a Cop is just one of those areas that it gives back. Every year now it gives $120,000, actually over $120,000 towards Shop with the Cops throughout the country, and Moore, Oklahoma is just one of those, cities that got a grant with Target.
I was happy, just excited that something like this could happen for the kids that are in need, and especially for the grandparents that are raising their grandkids. It's been really a miracle, and I was up like 2 hours early waiting to bring my grandson.
Up and down the aisles, the kids went with officers in tow, tallying up everything they selected to make sure it stayed within budget. In some cases, the kids were shopping for more than just themselves.
Common thing there was that, hey, a couple of these kids went shopping for their family members first. And then, if they had money left over or whatever, they would get something for themselves. That was really cool.
And they shop for their immediate family, for their siblings and their parents and that kind of thing. So it's kind of a cool way for the kid to get presents for their family.
And a cool way for police officers to show their friendly side, something not always possible on their job.
And your sweater, high fives. All right.
We're actually people behind the badge, that we have faces and we have personalities. We're just like them, that we're good guys.
They thought that was just one of the greatest experiences. And one of our officers said, in his career, and he's been around, a few years, but he said it was probably one of the most rewarding things he's ever done.
Shop with a Cop is part of a larger community policing initiative by the Moore Police Department, allowing officers to become more ingrained in the community and involved in civic activities. So expect to see more projects like this in the months and years to come, and definitely plan to see the blue-suited Santas return again next Christmas.
Oh, we got to do it again. We got to go a little bit bigger. That first time you're kind of in uncharted waters, and the foundation's been laid for it, so we're going to have to get a little bit bigger next year.
For more about Shop with the Cop and other community policing initiatives at the Moore Police Department, give them a call at 793-4448.